Hi, I'm the nature guy at Camp Au Sable, and today it's kind of rainy outside. So I thought we'd come inside the nature center here and down into our live animal exhibit. And we have all sorts of reptiles and amphibians and fish. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Come, let's take a look. So Camp Au Sable has about 21 species of fish that we know of in the lake. And some of those are in that general category called minnows, but in fact they have their own names. The larger ones here are called the common shiner. And the smaller ones with the stripe and the short face, that's the one that's called a blunt-nosed minnow, and it kind of makes sense why it has that name. They like to swim in schools, it's groups of fish, and feed together. So if one finds food, they all find food. And so feeding time here in the minnow tank can be quite interesting. Several of the fish species are in the bass family, and one of those is the pumpkin seed, often called a sunfish, pumpkin seed sunfish. It has several different names. But it has that name because of that gill spot with a little bright orange spot on that gill spot, which kind of looks like a pumpkin seed, I guess. And also in breeding season, these guys are quite orange underneath. Oh, there's a crayfish. We have crayfish in all of the tanks to help with the cleanup. These guys are similar to the pumpkin seed. These are bluegill. Their gill spot is just that dark blue, and therefore it's named bluegill. These guys are always interested in food. Every time you come by and stare in at the tank, they swim up close because you know some human somewhere is going to drop in some food for them. They're a little pickier. Their favorite food is worms. And then we have our biggest tank, which has two largemouth bass. Their mouths are very large. In fact, the opening to their mouth extends back beyond their eyeball, and that's where it gets its name, largemouth bass. They're even known to eat fairly large fish and even ducklings that are swimming on the surface. The largemouth bass also has a fairly distinct line running down the length of its body. So one of the things I find really interesting about fish is, of course, how they get around. They have several pairs of fins on their sides and bellies. They have a dorsal fin on the back, and of course that very strong tail fin. They use all of these to steer and get through the water. But also they have something really unique inside. It's called a swim bladder. It's like a little balloon inside, and they can fill it up with air when they want to go to the top. And then they can let the air out when they want to sink to the bottom. So sometimes you can see a fish just slowly going up or slowly going down. They're just controlling the amount of air in that swim bladder. That's a pretty cool feature. So what does a swim bladder and a fish remind me of? Well, just like that swim bladder can make the fish rise or fall. Sometimes in our Christian life, there are times where we have to rise to the occasion and really do something to help somebody, not just sit by and watch, but actually get up and do something. So we don't have swim bladders, but we certainly have a good reason to get up and do things for Jesus. That's it for today. See you next time. Bye now.